Hey everyone, welcome! Today we're gonna do a 10 to 15 minute wake up and warm up. So it's not gonna be a very long video, but I think it's nice to have a few short ones in here as well, just with the focus on one particular thing, and today it's about, well, a quick warm up basically. Have fun! Okay. We're gonna start sitting down. Make sure you have a yoga mat because you're gonna need some grip. And we always start with one moment of, well, landing, really. So when you sit, try to take a few deep breaths. Deep inhalation, long and soft exhalation. And when you do this longer and longer, you'll notice that you only need a few in and exhalations to get to that point of concentration that you need. And sometimes it will take longer if there's a lot going on. Maybe you have a lot in your mind, that's perfectly okay. Take as long as you need, okay? You can always start later or skip an exercise. Anything you want. Okay. Try to pay attention to your body. So we're just going to find out if there's anything you need to be careful with. You have some pain somewhere, some places that need some extra care, some extra love. Knowing what you're working with is very important. A few more breaths here. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. If you want to wiggle a little bit, wiggle your shoulders, roll your head a few times, just feel what you need, what movements are feeling good right now. Maybe just the shoulders, maybe you want to take the back, just stretch it from side to side a little bit, or make those circles, with the body. Anything you want to wake up. Once you're ready, you can come onto all fours. So you can roll to the front of your mat. I always roll towards the side until you're on all fours. And from here, make sure your hands are under the shoulders and your knees are under the hips. We're going to make that cat-cow movement. You might be familiar with it. If not, just follow me. When you breathe out, you pull the navel in. So you make a very round back. Head goes between your arms, tailbone goes down. Tailbone goes down. And when you breathe in, you relax the belly. Slowly, slowly, with control. If you want to reach up with the chin, you can do so. And when you breathe out again, make a very round back with a little more strength. So this is the movement. You use your entire spine. You activate the back, you activate the belly. When you breathe in, you relax. And when you breathe out, you use a little bit of strength. Don't use too much or as much as you like, it's up to you. But don't force your back. If you feel you can make only a very small round back and a very small hollow back, don't push it deeper or more, just keep it light. We just want to wake it up. And when you're ready, bring your hands out a little bit more in front of you, still shoulder wide. Roll the toes under, and then we're going to come into downward facing dog. In this downward facing dog, you can choose to walk. So you walk, your legs, your toes are in the same position. You only bend the knees, and so you stretch out one leg, one heel towards the floor, and then the other. Stretch it out. Keep breathing, so you still use the belly breathing in downward facing dog. Deep in and exhalation so that your body doesn't go into this stress mode, basically. When you breathe in, you bring the left leg all the way up, foot in between the hands. So we make a very long lunge. You can bring the right knee back all the way down towards the floor. Come up with the hands. If you want to bring them all the way up, you can do so. Otherwise, you can keep them in front of your heart. Stretch yourself out. Deep breathing. Very good. Deep in, deep out. So the breathing is very important here. Keep it very steady. When you breathe out, 2 hands go back down on either side of your foot. Lift the back knee. Bring the left foot back to downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. And then we're going to bring the right foot between the hands. Left knee down to the floor. And raise your hands or bring them in front of your heart. Stretch yourself out as far as you like. And just keep breathing. When you breathe out, 2 hands go back towards the floor and all the way to downward facing dog. Right foot goes all the way back. If you want to walk the dog, you can do so. Keep the weight divided onto your hands as well. Bend the knees a little bit so you have your weight easier towards your feet. Then keep breathing. From here you can step or walk both feet towards the front of your mat. Just gonna stand here in the middle. You can relax the head. You just kind of dangle here, hang here. Keep the weight on both feet. Deep breathing. From here you can bring your hands either onto the floor or on your legs, depending on how much room you have to stretch the back all the way towards a long back. So you can touch the floor, then the back goes a little bit lower but still long. Bring the chin in so you have a very straight back, and it's sometimes hard to feel. Bend the knees, that way it's easier for the lower back to be long without too much tension. Keep breathing, and then we're going to lift the right hand. So we're going to make a twist all the way towards the right. Keep it stretched, very good. And when you breathe out, you're going to bring it back. And we're going to change sides. Left hand goes up, keep the back long. Stretch it up. And when you breathe out, bring it down. 2 hands towards the floor. If you have them on your legs, bring them towards the floor and bend the knees. And sit on our feet. You can keep your hands on the floor if you want. If you feel you have balance, you can bring your hands on your knees, sit up straight. And slowly release your knees towards the floor. Either with your hands on the floor or with your hands on your knees. You can bring your feet all the way towards the floor or just keep the toes curled under, whichever is best for you. Stretch your hands out in front of you and try to keep a line between your knees, your hips and your shoulders. And then we're going to go backwards. Activate your muscles, the upper legs, tummy, everything. The whole body works alone. So we're going to make a zap basically. Keep breathing. Breathe in, come up. Relax the arms. If you want to stretch, have your arms behind you, you can do so. And let go. One more time. One line all the way, as far back as you like. So you don't have to make a very deep bend backward. You can keep it very soft. And then all the way back to all fours. So just keep the hands long. Come back to all fours. And from all fours you can come to a high plank. Activate your belly, muscles, arms, legs. Very strong pose. And bring your knees again back to the floor. Try to bring your chest in between your hands with your elbows behind, not outside, not sideways. Chin is touching the floor. And when you breathe in, come to Cobra pose. Release your hips on the floor, hands under the shoulders. Sternum is up. And you can release the feet. So bring them long behind you. Keep breathing, try to bring the shoulders back. And then you can place your elbows onto the floor. So you bring yourself up even more. If it's too much for the lower back, bring the hands a little bit more forward. So make it softer for yourself. Otherwise you can keep the hands or the elbows under the shoulders. Take a few breaths here. And from here we're going to go into child's pose. So slowly walk yourself back with your hips towards your heels. Release the head onto the mat or onto your hands. And take a few moments here. From here you can come into a hero pose. So just roll up to sort of a sitting position here. Keep your eyes closed if you want to, otherwise always keep them open. Sometimes it's easier with your eyes closed to bring the attention inwards, but you never have to. Always do what suits you best. And from here you can come back to cross-legged position, or you can stay in your hero pose. If it's comfortable for you, just stay in your hero pose. There's no better way. It's just different. And we're gonna end this short wake-up session with another moment of reflection, which doesn't mean that you are going to label things. It just means that you kind of teach yourself to observe after the asana moments. What do you notice in your body? What sensations do you come across? What thoughts or feelings are there? Try to let it all in without judging it right or wrong, good or bad, nice or uncomfortable. It's just there. You can bring your hands in front of your heart and thank yourself for making time for this moment of self-care, self-love, of attention towards your body, your mind and your soul. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me in this wake-up session. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, anything you want to share, any questions or requests for another wake-up moment, please let me know in the comments below. I will answer those all the time. If you like this video, please just show your love. It would be a big help. I hope to see you next time. Bye guys. Have a good time. See you next time.